There you
One
go.
of my nicknames.
Yeah. Oh, they call you vibrational harmony.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. VH.
yeah, VH.
So where are you zooming in from?
I am in Tremont in Utah.
Tremont, Utah. Is everybody zooming in from Utah?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. You all know each other, or most of you, or
Yes, yes, we
yeah.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
And there's somebody here that's a Seinfeld fan,
Yeah,
uh,
that's my
but
other
the mic
account.
is off, so I don't know if they're
oh,
actually.
huh,
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
don't see anybody else
yeah.
on here.
So the
I'm
Seinfeld,
Seinfeld.
well, the Seinfeld account is my other laptop. That's just
Okay.
another
Okay.
Gmail account that I used, and I
Okay.
believe that I'm recording this with OBS. So I was
Okay.
trying to like work out all the technical stuff before
I've been
everybody got there.
interested in OBS because I'm not so excited by Zoom's capacity for sound is not gotten any better.
Yeah.
They improve certain things, but they've not really done well on sound particularly. So OBS is interesting to me. So we can talk about that later. Uh,
Okay. I tell you what, I'm gonna shoot a text off to Talyn because I know she wanted to be a part of this,
yeah,
as well as a guy that I do sound healings with as well, Brandon. So I'll just kind of be focused on that. But you
yeah,
guys talk, and I'm
yeah, yeah,
super excited, super excited. So
yeah. Okay. All right. So Ricky, where did you hear about it? Was it only through Eric or
I've been looking at these for a couple years myself.
a couple of
Um,
years? Okay.
yeah, there's a place that I've been seeing them. I almost bought one a few months back from Beautiful Sounds in San Diego,
Oh yeah.
but I haven't. But I think I am now with Eric. I'm getting one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So do you want to, where do you want to start? Do you want to just start like hearing something, you guys, or do you want me to give you any background, or do you have questions, or you just want to start listening? Well, it's totally up to you.
Are those so you have like the main one and then you have like a mini, or they're just kind of two different ones sizes?
No, actually, have you been to our website yet?
Yes, I have. I know
Innato.us,
I
right?
know there's different versions of them, but I
Yeah.
like the Innato.
Well, the Nato is the instrument we're talking about right now,
Okay, yeah.
and it's
The
the website is innato.us, us for
yep,
everybody, community, the world.
mm,
Um, and so it has all of the different key centers. So we have G minor, A minor, B flat minor, C minor, D minor, and sometimes E flat minor. I have right here, I have C minor and B flat minor are our two main pocket. They're in the pocket. They're right in the middle. You go a little lower and it's not going to be good for projection, and you go higher and it's beautiful for projection but not quite as good for that deep resonant experience either on the head or your own personal experience. So that's the range, and I have some in all of those ranges, but I was focusing today on B flat minor and C minor, but I'm happy to play others too.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to hear them. I'm interested in the B flat.
Okay.
That's the one that's caught me.
And same with Eric, I think.
yeah, that's correct. And
Okay.
Brandon just joined us, so he's another sound healer that I love to play with. And I
Yeah.
sent Talyn a message. I haven't heard anything from her yet, but that's where we're
Yeah.
at.
I wrote her and she knew it was 6:30.
Yeah,
So, so okay. All right. So should we just start with B flat minor and then we play some others?
that
Oh,
sounds great.
okay. So the way that we do this is I try to take your eyes out of the picture. And the reason for that is because we want you guys to choose specifically on something that happens in the sound that just sparks you. It catches you. You don't know why. You don't necessarily even have words for it, but something that particular instrument goes, And I don't want you to see visuals. They're all beautiful. I mean, they're just ridiculously beautiful. So whatever you get, and you can of course use that later, but I'd like you to focus on the sound to begin with, if that makes sense. Here's Talon. Okay. So we'll wait till she comes on.
Okay.
Hey, Talyn.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Pretty good. You're all in from Utah.
Yeah.
Everybody?
Utah, yeah.
Okay. It's a happening place, I've heard. Utah.
It's beautiful here.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start, and I'll play a couple B flat minors, and then I'll play a couple C minors. All right, just to get started with. And the other thing to do is, if you have any ability to jot a note down, either can be in your head or something on a piece of paper, to just, you know, and I'll let's see, I will. Some of these are numbered, some of them are not. Let me just see. Yeah, I'll tell you. You know, so this is the first. This is B flat 1. Okay. Okay, this is B flat 2. Okay, this is the C minor 1. And C minor 2. Okay. Any notes, anything happen for people?
Do you have anything in A minor? Are those the options?
A minor, yes. Well, do I have an A minor? Actually, yes.
So for me, you guys, the C kept clipping out. I don't know if it was a technical issue, like with the speakers and whatnot. I don't know. Did you guys experience that?
I didn't have it clipping out, but I noticed.
Okay, here's a question then. I may have been too hot. I'm going to turn my input signal down a little bit, Eric,
Okay.
and I will go back to the C in a minute, okay?
Okay, that's good.
And we'll see what happens. Okay. And here's the A, and I shouldn't turn it down for the A because, you know, these are softer instruments. Anyway. Well, it's interesting, Brandon. You're a fairly big guy, right?
That's just a filter. This isn't even my real body.
Does it translate to your hands? Do you have fairly large hands?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. We need to measure your hands at some point. We don't have to do it this second, but we need to measure your hands to give a sense of whether this particular instrument, when it gets to the A minor, it's a male instrument, not really for women because of the size of the vessel.
Cool.
This is a slightly bigger one than even a normal A minor. So I would want to just check to make sure.
Okay.
And once we get that data, I'll be able to tell you. Okay,
cool.
Anything else? Oh, now we go to the C, right? Right. Okay. So let me try that again, and I'll turn this down slightly. Okay, here we go. Is that breaking up?
No, that sounded much better for me.
Yeah. Okay, good. I backed off a little of the mic too. So, and then the other C, I'll play that.
Okay.
Just in comparison.
I gotta admit, of the five, like I absolutely love the A the most. Like that spoke to me
Okay.
for whatever reason.
I get it. Okay, let's talk about this then. This is what I'm going to talk to you now is really fundamentally one of the primary things we can do in helping each other guide to the right instrument. Okay. So a low-pitched instrument is good for a few things. It's really good as a personal instrument because it's right here, it's right in front of you, no problems, right? Once you want to put it out into the world, if you want to project it at some kind of gathering or whatnot, you would not be able to do that unless it was mic'd up. It doesn't have that kind of, whereas the C can, on its own, can kind of soar out a bit to a larger group. So it's not the same kind of personal, it doesn't have the depth, but it has the projection because it's the higher waveforms or higher frequencies. And the B flat minor is kind of in between. It's the one that has some of that rich low, and it will project, but not as much as the C. And then of course, as they go higher, I have an E flat that's, really projects, and then the last piece of the puzzle is the head. Do you all know about how this instrument came about related to the head? Okay. And because it's not an afterthought. It was actually, it's a long story I won't go into, but very quickly, a friend of mine who was making huacas for me, which is the precursor to the Innato, he had crafted something that was held above the head and would cascade the sound around to create an immersive, enveloping thing, which is one of the core principles of sound work, is envelopment in beauty, in the waves, right? So as a result, he died in an unfortunate accident at 41, and that's when I met Hans, and we worked for a number of years to develop the Innato, and then one day he came up with the solution, and that is just to actually place it on the head and have it wide enough so it could be on the head, and that's where it came from, to try to mimic what Hans, Raphael and I were working on to create this enveloping thing. So it's not an afterthought. It's not something everyone will always do, but it is core to the instrument. All right. Okay. So any other thoughts on sounds or notes?
I had a question on the material. Are they ceramic or what are they made out of?
It's ceramic. Yeah, it's fired clay at a medium high fire. And the other thing about it is it's only built of air, earth, fire, and water and intention. That's it. There's no chemicals of any sort. Like, even though the beauty of this, it's hard to imagine that there aren't chemicals, but it's done in an adapted thing off terra sigillata, ancient Roman tradition. and Hans has come up with his own proprietary thing, and they don't chip off anymore, and they're very beautiful, but without chemicals.
Cool.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So would the B and the C be fine for smaller hands to play?
Yes, yes. The B flat minors are quite doable, and the C minors are definitely doable, and they're usually pretty good for women. It depends.
Yeah.
We can also measure your hand just to ensure. It's a very quick
Yeah,
measurement.
I don't have super small hands. I'm just
Oh,
curious
and you're
about
going
the
to be
size
fine
there.
for either of those. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, how do you measure, like from pinky to thumb, or
What
like
you
this
do?
way?
Okay. Do you have a measuring a ruler with you somewhere?
I'll grab one. Hold on.
Yeah.
What are the typical dimensions for these different, like the A, the B, and the C, in terms of the hand?
Okay. Let me put it this way. We designed this so ergonomically, the goal was it would fit all people's hands, all of the instruments. It's kind of like we designed it to be innate. That's where innato comes from. It's the Italian for innate. And we've learned that it's not quite as innate as we'd hoped, but it's a 3 chambers. It's the only flute in the world that plays chords. And
Yeah.
to expect anyone to pick it up and play it perfectly, that was our ideal, and we didn't quite solve it, but it's close. I mean, so in that sense, I don't actually have dimensions, and related to the hands, we don't normally have any problems. And Hans doesn't ever do this, but I do more personal zooms, and as a result, I want to make sure, because then you're going to say, oh, I need to send it back because it's not, and I don't really want to get involved in that. So there's too much to do in the world, like learn how to do chat GPT, that kind of stuff, So anyway, just a joke, but
No, I know what you're talking about, because I've spent the last like 6 weeks. How do I prompt engineer this better or this better? Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you an amazing story about it if you want later on, but
Okay.
so here's the deal. I can't say, all I know is that if I measure my hand and your hand is my hand or bigger, I know where we are.
Okay.
I know what zone we're in, and I can help.
So where do you measure? Where do you measure from? Your wrist
Okay,
to the
so
fingertip?
measure here. What I want you to do, Brandon, is take the tip of the tip and put it the tip of the finger, and put exactly where the wrist meets the bone, right? So
Okay.
where the end
Yeah.
of the hand and the wrist, right along that line, and tell me what that is.
8 inches.
Oh, Jesus. You have big hands. Yeah. Okay, now go across. Go across.
Oh, how
From
big are
the-
your hands, Alan?
Well, mine's
Okay.
7. Mine's
Okay.
7. So
Okay.
now take this, Brandon, here, and go across to the other side, straight down the middle, across from here to here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do that.
That's 4.
Oh, wow. You're not going to have any problem with the G.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you have big hands. I mean, I don't have particularly big hands at all, but I have got medium male hands, and you've got supreme, lumberjack hands. Yeah.
So
You
you said
said-
the G, but did you mean the A?
Yeah.
Say it again.
You said the G, but did you mean the A?
I'm sorry, I meant the A. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
The
Yeah, that
G,
threw me off.
the G is even bigger.
Oh.
Here's the G. This is not for
Bust
sale
out
because
the G.
it's my G. I'll play you that though, so you hear it.
Okay.
There we go.
Very mystical, but
Yeah.
really soft.
I like that.
How many G's do you guys make?
How many what?
How many G's do you guys make?
Very few.
Okay.
Very few. I mean, I probably only sold in my career of doing Innatos in the last 5 years, 6 years, probably 3 or 4, maybe.
Okay.
Jeez, yeah.
Do you have anything like an E minor?
I have an E flat minor.
E flat minor? Can I?
That's
is there
a
a way to
high
hear
one.
that
Yeah,
one?
I can play you that one. That's
That'd
the
be great.
opposite of the A. That's way out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love this.
And funny
Me
enough,
too.
you know what happens to some people? they can't decide and they end up getting two
Yeah, I can
That's
see
where I'm
that.
at right now.
I could see
because
that.
they're
That's me.
so different. What they do is so different. And I'll just have to tell you guys this one story. The Innato is starting to really like pick up.
Yeah.
Europe is going bonkers, and here is starting, through me and I have a number of them. Just for your information, Eric, I have 3 or 4 ambassadors, I call them. The people get a little cut for connecting us to the people. I've never done any marketing at all. I should do something, but it's word of mouth. It's personal,
yes.
whatever.
It's passion. It's from your heart.
Yeah, it's just that. And I just have not done anything. But the point is, where did I get into that? Oh, because Orlando, my primary partner in this, besides Hans is the maker, Orlando and I are on the album, and he's the first guy who ever did something beautiful with it, recording wise, with us. He's in New York now. There's many people that have heard it and they're just clamoring. And I told him, you guys are coming. There's going to be a big group. You better get your act together. And he got it out, but only one person committed back. So you have pretty much the whole array. And I thought you were only going to get to see 4 or 5. And now you have the whole array, just because they're still, messing around in New York. Okay, so here's the Brandon, here's the E minor.
E flat.
E flat minor, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, so do I. Dang it.
Yeah.
That's the only E flat I've ever had in the shop.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
wow.
Yeah. I've only had 1 E and 1 E flat. The D's go well, usually for women, like the D's. If we sell these, it's usually, for some reason, it's women. But
Can we hear? Do you have a D we can hear?
yeah, actually, I don't. I'll tell you what, actually, I have a C sharp that is an incredible instrument, but the mouthpiece got chipped. And I'm willing to sell it to people like you who really, it's an amazing instrument. It's basically my C sharp. But I was thinking about it last night and I'm going like, maybe if someone really wants it, I'm willing to sell it, because it got chipped. So let me show you.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that.
C sharp, real close to D, right?
The other ones are a little happy for me. Like the B minor, you know what I mean? It's a little too.
Is that why it speaks to me, the B flat?
Is it you like the happiness?
Oh
I
yeah.
don't like the
Yeah.
happiness.
Well, the recordings, I cried
Yeah.
like 2 nights, just all night long, just
Cool.
listening to the inspirational one on YouTube, like the number 12, just crying. and
Wait,
crying.
number 12 on our album?
I think so. Yeah.
On volume 1?
Let me pull up YouTube real quick, but I believe so.
Number 12 is the one that's me, Orlando, and Hans all together.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
It is. And I tell you the story about that. We had never practiced or tried to create a 3 thing, because we're all in different places. He's in Netherlands, Orlando's in Mexico, and I'm here in Pasadena, right? But we got together to do this volume 1. And as the last thing, we said, we really should play something together. Let's just try to improvise and create something. And I think the guy our friend who is the mixer and master of it, he pulled that thing together, and now it's Orlando's favorite piece on the album.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, yeah.
magical, isn't it?
Yes.
It's wild, and it just came out of nowhere. I mean, really, it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the listen to this one. It's in perfect tune, and it's got this there's a glisten to it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's neat.
as you can see, maybe you can't see. Can you see the tip?
You can see it. I don't know what it's supposed to look like though. Oh yeah, it's just,
right.
it's just
Good
not
point.
round.
Good point. Good point. It's supposed to
There
look
we
like
go.
that.
Okay.
Like it's a tube, and this got chipped off, so it's not a tube. It's missing the bottom part. It's totally playable. I mean, you could hear it. I just played it, but that's it. And
Cool.
yeah. So
That's cool.
I'm willing to sell it if someone really wants it, and we'll take some money off, obviously. What's that?
Oh, I think that's just you echoing.
Okay, got it. Okay. All right. What's next? What do you want me to play or measure or?
What else? What else do you have? I mean, is there every key?
Let's see. I played you the A. I played you B flat. I played you C minor, E flat minor, and C sharp minor. The only one you haven't heard is the G, which I don't have one for sale. And I have a D that's my own personal D.
Oh, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Play it.
We're all gonna want the ones he doesn't have.
Well,
Right.
my thoughts are, it's like, okay, what's the best price you can give us for all of them? And then, because that Reed's already committed to one, and another girl, what's her name? Caitlin. Another sound healer, was right on the fence. I thought she was going to join tonight for the conference call. Go ahead.
By the way, I've always enjoyed group Zooms for Innato. This is maybe the largest group Zoom I've ever done. So it's really fun, and thank you. And it's not to save time either. I like one-on-ones, but there's something about the interaction, and it's just more fun, Okay, so here's my D.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I was going to say, have you just infused your energy into that one as well? Because that I felt like all over my body.
Yeah, well, yes, and there's something about this instrument as a D that is the most powerful D that he's ever made. There's a clarity and a punch and bass, and it's easily I get all the best he's ever made because I worked with him. We're really close friends, and I've worked with him for so many years designing it. It's really gratifying to see it. It was just played in Carnegie Hall a couple nights ago.
Cool.
It's like gratifying to have an idea, and then suddenly your idea is kind of going around the world on all continents. It's just fun, And but I get all the best ones, and I keep the ones for myself that are the best. This is by far the best D, and it was made for, get this, it wasn't made for anybody to buy. It was made for a group down in Colombia called the Kogui Mammuz. Have you heard of those guys down there? Okay, it's a group of spiritual caretakers of the earth and the land that have an ancient history of three-chambered clay instruments somehow in their lineage. And we discovered this a few years ago. And Orlando translates for them when they come to the US, and they do big events all around because they're the caretakers of the earth environment kind of thing. And this was made for one of them. And so, but I ended up with it just for a variety of reasons. So anyway, but no, can't sell that one. Sorry.
Okay, well, I'm gonna, unless someone else already dibs the C sharp minor, I'll take that one, especially if you offer a discount on the chip.
Okay. Now, is that along with the A?
Go for both of them, Brandon, because I'm sticking with my thing of like, hey, we'll take all the ones that can be for sale. What's the best price? I know we got Reed on one. That's just me just talking out loud.
So I think where I'm at now is I'll probably just get the one.
Okay.
But like I said, it sounds like all of us are, I mean, if we can get a, group rate or whatever, but that's the one I'm interested in.
Well, a group rate, I mean, I'm not opposed to that, but you know, I can't do it right now because I've got all these people in New York
Yeah.
that want these instruments. And if I tell Orlando tomorrow, hey, you're too late, there's none left, he's gonna freak. But I told him he had first dibs and
Yeah.
you guys were next. And you know how it goes. It's just,
Oh yeah.
you do your best.
Yeah, true.
So I can't, yeah, but because of that, I can't, you know, do discounts or everything. We're already, the instrument's worth more than we sell it for. There's no question, you know.
Yeah.
They're worth, they're easily worth $1,000, you know, for what they do. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not objective about that, but
Are those the prices, or are those on the website?
yeah, those are the right prices on the website. Yeah.
Would you be able to play the A, the B minor, and
B flat, B flat.
or B flat, and then the, what was it, E flat,
Yeah.
E flat
in that
minor.
order?
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
me?
so you want to hear them a fourth apart? Is that, do you know theory, Ricky?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were asking to play. That's a fourth, which is the mirror of the fifth, which is the
Yeah.
ground of any, you know, music.
That's just might be
You just-
the vibrational harmony talking.
Yeah.
in there.
You got it. You got
It's
it.
his intuition just kicking in.
His intuition kicking in. Okay, I'm gonna play a B flat and then an E flat. Okay.
Okay. So that last one, that was the E.
That's the E flat. Yeah, they're higher, much higher. So it's a
Yeah.
fourth apart. It's a big chunk on a piano. Yeah,
Okay.
like half an octave almost. You know.
Oh, okay, she did join in. Hey, Caitlin.
Yeah, Caitlin. I let Caitlin in, I think. Yeah. Are you here,
That B
Caitlin?
flat is unbelievable.
Yeah, that one, when he played it that time, I'm like,
Oh,
oh, is that the one on the 12th of your track?
yeah. That one is
He changed
unbelievable.
it. Changed something on
Yeah,
there.
something did
Sounded
change, right?
different.
Yeah, that pulled me in. So I don't know if it's a
Yeah.
little softer on the technical side and away from the mic, but yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good for me to know. I should be back a little bit, let some
Yeah.
air move, you know, and
Yeah.
whatnot. Yeah. Now, what else does anyone want to hear?
Was that
Were
the second? Because you did when you first
That
played
was number one.
It was the number one B. Okay.
Yeah, I can play the second B flat if you want.
Yeah, that would be great.
Please.
Okay, here's that one.
What about the A minor? Can we hear that one again?
A minor, yes. The big mama. Yeah. Okay.
I like that one.
Mm.
The interesting part is they're all really in perfect tune, which has taken years. You know, it's not easy to tune these three chambers and get them tuned. And so And I'm starting to do quarterly Innato exploration series. Quarterly, yeah, it's a 3-part series, happens once a quarter. And because it turns out that a lot of people really want some help to get them over the hump. And so I'd love to see you guys at an upcoming one at some point, you know.
Cool. Cool.
Now,
Alan, would you play another C again? Sorry, Eric.
Yes.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Here's C1 and then C2, okay? And 2. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm actually going to just text Reed right now because he was interested in an A or a C. And I was just going to share the video with him, but I figure if he can join the call, like, yeah, so that I'm a little distracted at the moment, but I just giving you a heads up.
No worries, no worries. I do have, yeah, okay. I do have another C minor or 2.
Okay.
They're all really in the pocket. So it's at this point, it's more like which key sparks, because you're going to hear, you're going to hear them. They're pretty equal. It's taken years to get them to be able to say that, you know.
So I'm gonna head out. Eric, you have my
Yeah, I've got your cash. So
you got my buying power. So if you can get me the C sharp minor that's broken, whatever deal Alan will give me on that, that's awesome.
Okay.
Yep.
And love y'all. I'm gonna go eat.
Thanks,
Enjoy.
Brandon.
See you, Brandon. See ya.
Now let me see how I can it may take me like 3 hours to log out.
just turn your phone off.
I might have to just do that.
I had a question on those higher notes that project a little bit more. You still play them on people's head?
Yeah, it's a good question actually, because you can, like, higher meaning like I'll put it this way: the E flat minor, you could do it. It's just not really designed for that. It's, you know, it could sit there, and it could happen, but you're not going to get that deep, you know, bone conduction possibility much, because and it's going to be a little up there in pitch. So it can happen, but really your best ones for the head are C minor down. C minor, B flat minor, A minor. Those are going to be ideal. But E flat minor is going to really go out and project, be kind of like glistening in the air. But we have minis too.
Interesting.
I have 2 mini Innatos.
Can we hear those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Eric, which B are you feeling?
So it was the B number 1 when he played it the second time. I was like,
yeah.
But
The B definitely resonates more.
Yeah.
For me as well.
So, because here's my thoughts. Like, if you really want that first one, like, it's yours. Because I would rather just have everybody be super happy. Because that's the thing. It's like,
I would be super happy with either B.
Yeah, but remember, Talyn, you're working on using your voice, and we both know that
it's happening.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting one of these so I can use my voice more too.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so here is a mini. Takes a little bit to learn how to play it. Here's the other one I have. Here we go. Crazy sounding, huh?
That's amazing.
What are the prices on those guys?
You know, I have to check.
Okay.
I really don't have it off the top of my head.
Okay.
The thing about these minis is they take as much work as the big ones.
Yeah.
And people figure, oh, they're so small, they should cost half. But like, that's why we don't even make them much anymore, because you can't satisfy people by telling them they're basically close to the same price, because they're going, wait, but they're so small, but they don't take any less time.
No, I can definitely relate with that in terms of I've just bought a gong cage setup. So it's like 2 hours of setup, 2 hours of teardown. So when people say, hey, can you come over to our house and do it for just 3 people? I'm like, well, at a group setting, I can get like $1,500. So that's kind of the same amount of work. Well, that's a bit much. It's like, maybe you should get your neighbor that has a set of Amazon crystal bowls for your, because it's a ton of work. So yeah, I can definitely relate with what you're saying.
Well, we do have to sell them less, and I've only got 2, but I've got it written down on a thing to Orlando, because you know he's trying to open them up for sale there, and I know I have a price. I just don't know what it is off the top.
No, that's fine, because I just texted Caitlin. She is on the call. She loved the last one. She's got some kids with her, so she doesn't want to come off of mute. And I'm like, hey, just ask your questions. Like now's the time. So
yeah. All right.
I don't know which one I like the most. I like all of them.
I know, that's what I was saying. Like, hey, can we just buy them all and then we'll go from there? Yeah.
Right. Well, you can. I'll just have to tell Orlando. Guess what? They're all gone.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have one. I have 4 more over there, so you're probably not going to buy them all.
Are they the same notes we've already heard, or what for? Let's hear them. We want to hear them.
Yeah.
Break them out, Alan.
Yeah.
Don't hold back.
Yeah, don't hold back.
Right. Actually, there is the best one of the C minors. I did hold back. So,
No.
now, I forgot I did that, but okay. So here is another B flat minor.
I don't know what made me happier, the sound of that instrument or Eric's face listening
Well,
to that instrument.
So here's the thing. As happy as you got with the little ones, Talyn, where I was like, oh, she loves those. And then when he played
so
that,
cute.
I was just like, wow, okay, that one's right near the number one B,
No, the one I just played.
Yeah.
I
It was just like,
I kind of held that back a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because
that is an exceptional B. There's no question.
Yeah.
It's that and then the first B are along the same zone. The other one is a really great B flat minor, but maybe not quite as deeply resonant. You know?
Yeah.
This one is another C minor. That one's ridiculous, actually.
Beautiful.
That one is really ridiculous. Let's see this one. This is another C minor. very good one too. Okay. And then was there one other one that I brought over I didn't play yet? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Kind of losing track with what's what at this point. I've never had so many out at any one time. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure.
My cheeks hurt from smiling.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, and then Caitlin is again in the waiting room here. Yeah, there she is.
Oh, there's okay. I don't know how much you heard of us recently, Caitlin, but yeah, please share your questions. And do you take like gold and silver money?
That's all I take.
Well, I mean, like, no, real money, not fiat, like gold and
Oh,
silver.
you mean like actual gold bars
Yeah.
and silver bars?
Well, yeah, these are gold. I'll send you a link to the I've got a distributor right by me that was helping with some technical stuff today, so they gave
Yeah.
me.
My wife would take it because she buys gold and silver bars.
Okay.
But I haven't gotten into that at all.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah. I'm a PayPal guy. Everything's through PayPal, friends and family. you
Yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah.
So no one pays any fees
Yeah.
unless you screw up and you don't took friends and family, then you get nicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Caitlin, where is Caitlin?
Yeah, she's up there in the bar. I see her in the bar now.
She's in the bar, but maybe. Oh, there she is. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Caitlin.
Hi,
Hi. So, did you have questions?
I'm just enjoying what you're playing.
All right. Well, you tell me what you want me to play next, so that you can make a decision.
Eric, was that your favorite, that last B?
Well, I was willing to let whoever really the first B flat minor, whoever really wanted that. But the third one, I'm like, I would probably stand my ground on that one, just the way it.
Yeah,
Well,
that's your BB.
the interesting thing about it is no one is listening on the proper headgear except
Yeah.
Eric. He can really hear the instrument. You guys are listening through some kind of speaker on a computer or something, on a phone or something, or what?
Yep, on a phone.
Yeah, I mean that's unbelievable that you can hear anything, Ricky, through a phone. You know? So, but it's cool that you can decide that it sounds cool through a phone. But you're really hearing it, Eric, right? You're hearing all the little tiny nuances. And you can feel the density or the thing that's not quite as dense as a sound or something. You know?
Yeah. Can we hear the A minor one more time? You just have one of those, correct?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Just one.
How many total C's and B's do you have?
I've got 6 C minors. I've got 3 B flat minors. I've got the 1 A minor, and I think that's it.
The C sharp, the one that Brandon.
Oh, then the
wants.
C sharp as
Okay.
well that Brandon's going to get.
Okay.
Yeah. I never expected to pull that out, but yeah.
Brandon has that magical ability. Things
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
And then you also had the one E flat, correct?
Oh, no, the E flat as well, the
Okay.
really small one. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, this one.
And then go ahead.
You want to hear a new piece just came out the other day out of the blue, and my wife named it Traveling the Milky Way, and it came out in just a few hours, and I've passed it around to some people, and of all my pieces, it's the one people seem to be like saying something about. So I'll play it for you.
Thank you.
It's real short. It's like two minutes.
Oh, play it twice then.
Yeah. And it's on my own C, you know, my personal C minor, which honestly I'm not hearing is any better than these that I'm hearing. But anyway, tell me if maybe I'll just turn it up a slight bit. Tell me, how does this sound for sound? Good. No, don't turn it down.
Don't turn it down. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Traveling the Milky Way.
Do you need to go to Irene's? Yeah, go ahead.
I loved it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was amazing, Alan.
Thanks. It's a fun piece. It's really fun. It's a different style, of course, of playing. It's more based on the cycle breathing of a didgeridoo kind of thing. You know? Somebody was enjoying it with a high voice.
Yeah. Wow. So of all the notes, which one do you personally like the most, Alan, over the years? And
all the keys, you mean?
Yeah, the keys, yeah.
The keys. Well, you know, it used to be C minor, the one I just played, that pitch. And then it became B flat minor because I wanted a little bit more the lower end, the depth of it. To this day, I don't have an A minor that's completely at the level of quality that my B flat minor and C minor are at. I'm still waiting for that perfect A minor to come into the studio. And I think then it'll be those three, you know.
Okay.
Oh, and of course the D minor, the special D minor, that's just a given, that,
Yeah.
So I can't say I like anyone more, but I probably play the C minor and the B flat minor the most.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
And what the two small ones, what were they in?
The little minis?
Yeah, the minis.
Oh, let's see. Just so you know, you can look at the bottom of any Innato, and it's got the year, it's got the pitch, and it's got his stamp, RHH for Hans Haukus.
Okay.
So this one is a It was made in, wow. I guess I could just use my phone and figure it out, right? Let's see. I'll just
I love how down to earth you are, Alan.
here we go. Let's see. That's right on the cusp between D and D sharp. Right, 50 cents, right at the 50-cent mark between D and D sharp. You can count on most of these being, you know, pretty close to zeroed out, but for the high ones, I think it's harder, you know. Let's see. That's a C sharp.
Yeah, I really like that one.
C sharp 5. These are up in the 5th octave range.
Okay.
I think I've made up my mind what I like.
All right.
Would I be able to hear two more though?
Yeah.
There's that first C that you brought out the second time. You said it was phenomenal.
The
And
D.
then-
The C minor where he said ridiculous. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I started that one as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's ridiculous. It really.
that one and the one Eric likes, that B. That
The third B flat.
The third B
Yeah,
flat.
third.
Okay, here's
them
here's
two.
the ridiculous C minor. And then the B flat minor, the third one.
Could you play the other two B flats?
Wait, no, that's not right. The other B flat. Where the hell is that other B flat? Oh, yes, here. That was B flat 2 originally. Yeah.
Can we hear B flat number 1?
Yeah.
Just to round it out. And
Yeah.
yeah, that
And
really
straight back to the phenomenal C.
Oh, you want to hear that one
yeah.
again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Eric.
Oh no, don't be. Don't be. Yeah, that for me, Ricky, did it kind of go like the C was pretty on point, and then B3 and B1 still rocked it, and B number 2 is just like that guy's not quite right. What did it feel like for you, Ricky?
I liked all the Bs. I think I need a B flat. It resonates
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of the 3, were there a preference for you? The Bs?
No,
Oh, really?
not necessarily.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Because if you have
So
light,
it was if you played the 3 in a row, I like the first and the last one.
yeah, exactly. The second one it doesn't quite cut it. Like it's not in the same league. It's good, but those other 2 are like,
Right, I'm gonna put this away.
okay.
So it's out of the picture. I just noticed that at least Ricky has earbuds, so you're hearing it better than just through a phone. You're hearing it through earbuds, right?
Yes, I went and put them in. Thank you.
That's pretty good. I mean, you're going to hear it a lot better than through a phone, yeah. So,
So of those 2, Ricky, did the 3 or number 1 speak to you the most?
It's just from the last playing them the last 3 times, the first and the last one.
Okay, but I need you to pick with your preference. Will you play 1 and 3 again, Alan, for us, and we'll.
Yeah.
Okay, dial in, Ricky.
Don't label them till afterwards.
oh, good. Very smart. Very smart. No labeling. Here's 1.
So out of all 3, I liked all 3 of them, but the one you just barely played that last time, that was it.
And it was number 3 in the numbers before. Am I right? Yeah, because I was like, that's number 3. Like that one just speaks to my soul. I tell you what, Ricky, like if you want it, it's yours. Because I'd rather you be like super, super happy. But I had the same feeling, man. I was like, that one is like pulling away. The more you play down, it's just like
that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked all 3 of them, even the one you put away. I liked all of them.
Yeah.
But I could tell that last one, that was it.
Now, and then to take a look at them, I would say the number 3 is the one that's the new look, and the number 1 is his favorite look, Hans. So the number 3 it's got this kind of it's kind of greenish, cold blue steel with light tan with all the bubbles in it. It's just amazing looking. And then this is his favorite look. It's the sky blue kind of look. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And they both have the bubbles. He blows bubbles. Sarah, she's a lot to clay on clay. He blows the bubbles onto the surface.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the best overall.
Any
This
of
is
them.
the best shipment I've ever received as a whole. In the we started on this 6 years ago, I think, 6 and then we didn't start selling them till about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. And so this is the best batch you're hearing that he's ever produced yet. So you came at a good time.
Yeah.
Alan, can I have you move the light off to the side of the camera? And then will you show us those again? Just, with that lighting, just.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking 3 is really pulling away in terms of like the look and feel and the sound, Ricky. Like that's a phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a special one. It's the one that I kind of put aside for future, and you guys encouraged me to get them all out. So, and then there's this one.
Okay.
Sky blue.
That one is just screaming for me.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I love that one.
We might have to pull out the other one.
We might.
Yeah.
We might.
Because that's the thing, Ricky, Talyn, like I want you guys like super stoked.
I want you super stoked though.
Well, I'm super stoked if I know I've got a bunch of local sound healers that are dialed in as well. And it always works out, right? It always works out.
But there's some amazing C minors.
Yeah,
I mean, really,
Yeah.
C minors are like the shit.
I
really.
wouldn't be mad about that C minor, that really good one. That last time you played it, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Can you show me that one,
Yeah. Yeah.
please?
Yeah. It's a really different kind of look. It's kind of like it came out of the ground or something.
Oh wow. So pretty.
They're very light too. You know, I mean, we used to have thick walls, and we made them lighter and lighter until we realized we had to stop because the density of the sound was getting thinner. So we had to go back and add. So it's now like the perfect thickness. It's still light, but still got the density. You know.
Now, do these come with cases by chance?
Yeah, they come with cases. It's a case that has a handle on it, and it's protective, but it's not overly protective. It's not like a hard shell, right? So you don't want to drop it even in the case.
Okay.
But it's a case.
Do you have one that we could possibly see what it looks like?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that what we all want? The B flats?
Oh, that B3, that's like the screaming, man. It's one of those like, yeah.
That was beautiful. I loved all three of them.
Yeah.
I did.
But that's the thing is each time you played it, like that third one just kept standing out more and more and more.
Yeah.
So I don't care who, well, I get it, Ricky, but I'm just gonna be playing more with you is all I can say, you know, just so I can experience it.
When you get more those B flats available?
Probably 6 weeks to 2 months, something like that.
Okay. Can you show?
So
Yeah.
the way it works is it opens up like it's the same size, the same shape,
Okay.
and they're all different sizes specific to each instrument. So it's smaller if it's smaller, bigger, and it zips up like that, you know. And then you've got this little handle here that you hang on it. You can, and it's got stone whistle on the front, you know, for the logo. But again, not real thick. It's padded, but not heavily.
I'll be right back because I'm going to bring some of my alchemy crystal bowl cases. But what are the dimensions when I come back? Because I don't know if these, I'm thinking that those are bigger than this. This is like a 9-inch.
Oh no, these are only the size of the Innato.
Okay.
That's way bigger.
Oh, really? So it'd be able to I'd be able to put like that, the Innato in here in the case.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can, you know, the way those things work, you can also take out one of the, they wind around, so you could adapt it. So yeah.
Okay.
That would really protect it. Yeah, you could just throw it around then. Yeah.
Well, I would still wouldn't throw it around.
It's
but,
really tall too. That's a big case. Yeah. So I have something to share with you guys. Once you've decided, because you're into singing crystal, I think you'd be interested in something I've been working on for many years.
Hey, share away.
Okay. So let's see, how do I do this? Okay.
Hey, Eric, was it Alan in that video, that 42-minute video on the website? Is that him?
So that's Hans, I believe, the one that I sent you that was in India. Yeah, that was Hans. He's the one that crafts it, makes them.
What were those things that he set around the room and like started vibrating? Do
Oh,
you
the small
remember?
little speakers? Yeah.
Oh, those are yeah, we're working on those. Those are called coconuts. And we've got
Yeah,
a
from
bunch of patents
coconuts.
on those right now. Anyway, Eric, so this is my version of crystal.
Yeah.
And they have holes drilled in the middle. This is the handle we came up with. So they're this way, but then they go on to the stand here. Put that up in here, and
Singing crystal.
how much can you see? Can you kind of see this at all, or?
We can see the top. We can't see the stand you put it on.
It should go down or up?
Oh, go down, go
Down.
down.
Or down. Okay.
Maybe scoot it back just a hair so we can see what the stand connection looks like. Okay.
All
Oh, I
right.
see. I see. So they basically the pipes connect to each other.
And it's on a bearing. So these will spin for up to 4 minutes.
Dude, you're speaking my language. Like all the gongs that I put on my gong rack, I put them on a swivel. And
So my system here, it's called this product. This is called Euphony. It's my Euphony system, and I have 6 of them around a lazy Susan that the client is on, and then they're above their head is 2 more, and so you got basically 2 times 6, so 12 bells around you, and then 2 are above. And so they're all spinning, except for the upper one. I don't have that spinning yet. So basically, that's Euphony.
Is that
And,
something you're selling?
they're only made right now for my team. Everyone on the team wants them, and some has earlier prototypes. Nobody has the full system yet because it's taken me years to develop this, just years and years. But they are going to be for sale. Maybe not through me. I'm probably going to have someone market them and make some of the parts for me, because I'm just a small team. We're just like musicians, doing our thing.
well, see, and Talyn, I think it was Talyn that made that comment. She also wants to say, how can she be on your team?
Yeah.
That was me. That was
Oh,
Caitlin.
that was okay. That's Caitlin. Okay.
And I will volunteer.
Okay. Well,
those sound phenomenal. Like that is.
Yeah.
yeah. So the thing about them that's so unusual is they're 2 millimeters thick, right?
Okay.
So because they're so thin, you actually they're move. You can not just the spinning, the sides are pulsing, right?
Yeah.
And so as you strike them, the interesting part is you can. I can play with the waves in the air in real time, right? Besides doing that. So it's
Thank you for blowing our minds. And yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty fun, and they're the only downside to them, they have really deep basses and highs. The only downside to them is because they're 2 millimeters thick. They're not like the big white bowls that everyone uses, because those things are great for making money, but to me they're kind of sine wavy, and these just have a lot of harmonics. There's just harmonics in the air everywhere. So, but they can break because they're thin.
Oh yeah.
So you have to be really careful. I've broken a few in my career. So there we go.
You're getting them too excited, Alan.
What's that?
He's coming to play with you.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna bring one of my bowls in.
Oh yeah.
Can't hear it.
I
Oh, you can't hear it?
anything.
Really?
That's weird,
Oh.
huh? I hear your voice though.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not going to try to troubleshoot the technicals, but yeah, these are just some of the like the crystal
Yeah,
tones,
and those
alchemy
look
bowls.
those look to be like more like maybe 3 millimeters, right? Something like
Yeah.
that. About three
Yeah.
millimeters thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And those are pretty. I have to pay more. I have a vendor who makes them for me, and they drill the holes and everything. Um, and it's kind of expensive to add the see-through color,
Hmm.
but it's worth it because then I can, if I look at my system, I know which pitch I'm playing. Because
Well,
each
what are the
pitch,
holes for?
what's that?
Oh, the holes are for the handles to go through the handle.
Yeah. Because
I
it's a dead node. It's a silent node in the middle, and that's why you can drill it because you're not creating a problem. You're not diffusing the vibration by putting a hole through the middle because it's a silent node, right there in the middle. As you go out by an inch or 2 inches, then you start to get into more of the issue where it's actually vibrating. The one issue I'm not a real fan of the ones that are like yours that are sideways. How would I put it? They're more perpendicular at the bottom because
Yeah.
that's more breakable. The more they are perpendicular, the more there's tension right there. So I tend to like a little bit more of a curve. They still sound great, but there's more potential of breaking them, even more as much for me maybe. So it's yeah. Those are great. They cost a lot though, don't they? The alchemies.
Yeah, the alchemies do, because I mean they've got like $30,000 bowls with different, but yeah, like I've got a couple that were $2,000, $4,000.
Right.
This guy's like, I don't know, $500, $600 distributor price. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a lot for a distributor price.
yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, next time you guys are in the LA area, you should come by and see the LA Sound Portal. That's my space here.
So
Yeah.
definitely will do that.
The tagline is environments of awe.
Yeah, I believe it. Are there any other little things you want to like share with us? Because you've got a very captive audience.
Well, I have, we've been developing 7 new instruments, Euphony, but the other ones are big and they're in the other room. I can't I'm not on a laptop, so I couldn't take my whole system over there to show you. But
Okay.
but I could send you some photos.
That would be amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you get to see what the LA Sound Portal looks like and what
Wow.
we're trying to do. The thing that I'm biggest on right now, and you mentioned gongs, I resisted gongs for years, just because I don't know why. There's reasons, right? But when I got into them, suddenly I realized this is a vellum, or this is a what do we call it? It's a surface that vibrates. So it's the most remarkable acoustic surface vibratory, I think, in the world. It is a good gong, and it's way more. It's way more dialed for tonality than people realize. So with the right, and I'm a flumie maniac, right? I've got like 30 flumies. I create special hand. I should show you some flumies.
Yes, show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon's gonna wish he didn't go eat dinner, once share this recording with him. Did Talyn drop off?
I am still here. I'm
Okay,
just
okay.
chasing my child around the house.
Okay, no, that's yeah.
So check these out.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you took the B-Love head.
These are lathed down. Yeah, the B-Love head.
Yeah.
And then because that's, lavas are good, but no one can touch the B-Loves,
Yeah.
And then we create a really long one so I can have as much I can feel as much vibration in my hands as possible. And I have a mallet master that's on the team that just makes all of my mallets. And there's a 6.5, right? So you can see it. And then at the bottom, that's the pitch that's produced by my 34 Paiste. And that's the pitch that's produced by my 40 Paiste.
I'd be curious what that sounds like on my friend's 50-inch.
Well, the 50 they like a little bigger ones. You know,
Yeah.
you know, 8 9s, they're going to be fantastic.
Okay.
6.5 would work, but you know,
Yeah.
and then the third one is on my Jupy, which is my 28 Paiste. So they're all pitched. Again, you can't absolutely count on it, but if you know what you're doing, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't even bother with plus or minus cents really, because you know they're resonant with each other. They're kind of adaptogenic to each other. There's a what would you call it? It's a kind of a what's that term?
Entrainment?
There's an
Entrainment.
entrainment. Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, they speak to each other. So, and then the little ones look like this. You know?
Okay. Wow.
So just little one handles, you know.
Yeah.
And the reason it came up for is because I have, you know, my knuckles have some inflammation on them, you know, so it's really good for me to hold. I don't even know how people would hold these little tiny little sticks, you know, but, and then I have the lavas too. And then here's the latest thing. It's on
Okay.
Wait, is that me?
I don't know who that is, but you're magical. You just hold up mallets and
Wow.
music radiates out.
Oh, that's some music just came through Qobuz, my thing. It's weird.
Wow. Wow.
So anyway, so I can put 3 flumies and create a 3-note chord. So it's pretty cool. It's hard to make 3 work. I might be sticking with 2s in the future. 2 and 2 would create, you know. So I'm setting up a thing. I'm going to start doing an online masterclass called Flumie World. And so basically, maybe I'll have you come in as a presenter, you know?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
What?
I've got a mafia. Three people were a triangle, me and 2 friends.
Okay.
One's in India now, one's in this area, and we're all Flumie maniacs. And we all do different things that we really like and we're good at. And I'm going to have basically presenters and try to get people to understand that hitting on gongs is only one
Very small aspect. Yeah.
small aspect, you know, but no one really seems to know, you know.
No, I love what you just said. I'd be honored, but I'm just thinking Brandon's going to kick himself in the butt because he's been making a bunch of different mallets for gongs. Because I basically met Brandon about 3 years ago. He came to one of my sound healings the same week his brother killed himself. And it's just been so healing for him.
Oh, yeah.
And what he's been able to create with the mallets and so as you pulled out with the level of passion you have with these flumies and the handles, I'm like, oh man.
The
And I
flumie
love how
playing is my biggest passion right now is flumie playing, I would say. Yeah. The euphony is always there, you know, but flumie playing, man. And then there's one other instrument that really is one of our primary instruments called the Samalan. So basically it's beryllium copper rods. And beryllium is an incredible sound producer and transporter of sound. And these rods, so it's basically like having a long gong. They're like 6-foot tall rods on a brass base, and you use bass bows, and I invented a fabric bow for it. It's off the hook. It's like a gong, but even more thick, beautiful chords that are all integrated. No physics. I don't have a physics professor friend yet to tell me why, right? I want to get a physics guy on our team, actually.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
What did you call those?
that's an instrument of ours called the Samalan, 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 and we're going to sell them to the gong world eventually. When we start producing them, I think gong people are the people who will get it. Musicians don't really get it, you know, because they don't, whatever. These are elemental harmony instruments, and they don't necessarily get elemental harmony instruments. But I think gong people will get the Samalan, you know.
Mm.
So, but again, we don't quite have those for sale yet. We're in the midst of prototyping and improving them and stuff, that kind of thing, you know. So there we are.
I think you're a very passionate man, so thank you. I'm just like letting it all soak in and
Yeah. Well, it's just like, you know, it's lucky to be alive now, because do you know what's happening with bioacoustics and AI? This is the thing that I've asked everybody lately in my life, what's blowing your mind the last week? last few days. So tell me, what's been blowing your mind the last week?
I guess in terms of a little bit of fear is the amount of, whether it's the mid journey, the images, whatever can be done with AI, or even the AI that creates a music. I've only looked into that a little bit,
Right?
But just the speed at which it's changing. Like, I've been in the tech world for 20 years, and it's just one of those, like, wow, you just can't even keep up with the acceleration of it. So with Skynet or whatnot. But
right. How about anybody else? What's been blowing your mind the last week?
The amount of stress that my body can take.
Wow. Well, you need to be into some sound experiences.
Sorry, that's just, yeah.
Well, the thing that's been blowing my mind is, check this out. They did bioacoustics. This is really recent in the last few weeks. Some scientists took the bioacoustic signatures from a bunch of animals, bees in particular, and they are now literally communicating with animals through language. Now, who thought in our lifetime we'd be actually communicating with other species? The first thing that they did with bees, they made a Robo bee, which is a small little robot bee, right? And they took the language that they decoded through AI, they put it into the bee, and they basically put inside the bee the waggle dance, right? You guys know about the waggle dance, yeah? The waggle dance is how bees communicate.
Okay, yeah.
When they go out to the field and they find a good pollinating
area, describe. Yeah,
they come back and they do the waggle dance, which tells the bees where to go. So these fucking researchers put a waggle dance inside this Robo bee to tell them to go to a field they'd never been before. They went there, they pollinated, and they came back. And that was the way, the first communication between species. I mean, and it's happening with dolphins, and they're starting to communicate, telling them to go down to the bottom and solve a problem, and then they come back and tell them how they solve it's ridiculous.
Wow.
It's absurd, So it's scary. I mean, AI is scary too, but it's so amazing that I didn't think in my lifetime we'd be communicating with other species. I just didn't imagine that was the case, and here we are.
How do you stay on top of all the changes in the world? I mean, what kind of tools do you use to filter out the noise to signal ratio?
I don't have any noise.
Oh,
no, because I only have things come into my world that are solid, journals or online, things that come through that I trust. And there's not much I mean, I don't just get sucked into stupid things because there's not much time, to do that. So New Scientist is my latest thing. New Scientist is I like it actually even a little better than the Scientific American because it's condensed and you get it every week. And that's where I learned about the Robo bee and the waggle dance. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I mean, there's all kinds of journals that come in and all kinds of, online stuff that I trust generally, my what do you call it when you have when people eat a lot of ice cream, or what's that called? Your stuff not so good for you.
Junk food or?
Yeah, no, but I have a thing like that in media.
Okay.
And
where you just
sweet tea?
Overconsume?
Yeah. It's my Quora feed.
Okay.
Do you know Quora?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Quora is people ask questions and then experts from all over the world answer the questions. And it's really, you get into that feed and it's just fascinating stuff, but it's not very useful or effective in the long run to my work. So, but sometimes when I should be working, I'll just fucking do my Quora feed for a half hour,
Okay.
But anyway, so how many of these are we buying?
So I know Reed wants one. He was looking at either an A or a C. So I'm hoping that the recording that I made of this, he'll be able to have a distinction. I'm going to get one. Brandon's going to get that chipped C sharp. Sounds like Ricky's going to get the B flat number 3. And then I'm not sure about Talyn or Caitlin, where they're at.
Where's Talyn and Caitlin on this?
I would like to get the B flat 1.
B flat 1, the
Yeah.
blue one. Hey,
Yeah.
Eric, could I ask you a big favor
Yeah.
and kind of send me an email with all of this information?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
then maybe we can pay for it all in one lump.
Yeah. No, that's
If not, it's okay. But
yeah.
yeah. So however you want to do it, it's fine. But if you can send it to me. Okay, so Talyn wants the blue, the blue one, number 1. Okay. And how about Caitlin?
I was wondering about the little ones. You said that you didn't have pricing for those ones, that you were going to get that pricing.
Oh, the little minis.
Yeah.
You're actually thinking of a mini. Do you know which one?
No, I liked them both.
Yeah, me too. I don't know which one either.
I like the last mini that
Hey,
you
well-
played.
Yeah. Hold off, Ricky, because I had the same feeling. But will you play them again, Alan? And let's see if Caitlin dials into the same like.
Hey, let me tell you how to hold it. All right.
Okay.
This is an important thing because you maybe have small hands, and it'll be easier. But basically, it's kind of tricky to hold. So what you do is you take your little fingers and you support them with your little fingers, and then everything can move because you've got the little fingers holding it up. Okay. So let's see. Here is the orange. We'll just call it the orange one. Wait a sec. They're in pretty good. They're pretty good tune actually. Considering. Okay, here's the second one. Very different sound, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Very
Caitlin, which one was it for you this time?
I like that last one.
Yeah, I was gonna say the second one stands out, and the second one was probably the C sharp in the 5th octave, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that we did discover that was
Yeah, because when you
C sharp in the 5th octave.
yeah, that's the one.
That would go with Brandon's possibly.
Okay, perfect. That means
Yeah.
she might have to play with us occasionally
Yeah.
I guess
or
so.
more. So
So when you send me the email, I will
Yeah.
send you back the reduced price for Brandon. I'll
Yeah.
find out the price of this one. It'll all be done in one email. Keep it.
no, that's perfect. I can totally take care of it on our end, and
Yeah.
then and so I'll probably hear back from Reed tomorrow. I'm gonna basically, once this call ends, I'm gonna upload to YouTube and send him a link of this recording so he can have.
Who is this?
So Reed's another guy.
Reed, yeah,
He
Reed.
owns several ketamine treatment centers
Yeah.
that he's doing more and more sound in.
Right.
And
Right.
so he told me via text like this morning and yesterday. He's like, okay, it's either A or C.
Okay.
So, and then okay, so that's everybody. And then me, basically, I think maybe I'll get that ridiculous C minor.
Oh yeah.
It's based on like
No,
my
that's
heart's I'll probably have to get a second B flat in your next round that
Right.
comes in.
Right. No, you can't go wrong with that. C minor is maybe
Yeah.
one of the best. It's as good as any C minor that's ever come in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really, it's got this kind of succulent heart to it, you know.
Can we see it?
Yeah.
Can you show it?
It's got a lot of bubbles.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Yeah. And you know, it's interesting. It's kind of particularly a little bit lighter and a little bit smaller, oddly enough. It really fits my hand like perfect. So I think you're going to love this one. Yeah, so put all that in an email. Try to do it
Okay.
tonight because Orlando may be getting back to me and I got to know
yeah.
which ones are totally gone.
Yeah, I will put that in. I'll talk to Reed and probably send a follow-up email tomorrow morning when I hear back from him, I expect. And yeah, absolutely. Do you guys have any other questions?
I don't, but thank you so much for
Yeah.
your time tonight, Alan. Just this was phenomenal and so fun.
No problem. I love people who are interested in sound and doing sound work too. I mean, you can't do more interesting things than that, you know, in my world. And then you'll get you already have all of you already have volume 1, right? Access to the digital copy of volume 1 of the Innato.
I don't believe we do, so maybe we can.
Wasn't that number 12 though you were talking about?
Oh yeah, but I
Yeah.
just found that on YouTube's topics.
Oh,
so
well,
I don't know
everybody who buys an Innato gets volume 1 as a gift, of course.
Okay. Okay.
And then you know, you guys are so cool. I'll tell you what, I'll send you a few Waka albums. Waka is the more musician-y, more complex instrument that birthed the Innato. And I have 2 solo albums there, and I'll send a stack of the Waka albums. I think you'll like them.
That would be phenomenal. My last question, you mentioned earlier that you occasionally do a meetup with the flute folks. Is that an online thing or is that in person, or how do you?
Oh, that's Zoom.
That's Zoom. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool to be a part of that as well. Moving
No,
forward.
people will love your guys' energy, and you're probably going to pick the instrument up maybe a little quicker than the average person because you're so in the field of sound. And
yeah.
But there's there's more to it than we would hoped. So it's about keeping your breath stable, and there's a lot. So it's cool that I don't have one set right now. I don't think it's coming up for another month or two, and then it gives you guys a chance to express your own sense of it, and then I should be able to really boost your, you know, any places you get stuck. We should be able to open up that channel.
We'd be super grateful. And I guess one last comment I want to make to the rest of the folks. If you guys could text me your email address, I'll CC you on the email I send out just to make sure that we've got all eyes on that we're on the same page.
Right. And I want everybody's email as well, just
Okay.
for the log of it all. So I need to know everybody that owns one, you know.
Perfect.
And then
Okay.
when I send the info out about the new session, the exploration series, everyone will get it.
Perfect. Okay, Alan,
All right.
tonight has been amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. And we'll and should I ship them all out at the same time?
I think so. Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah.
I might be able to save you some money on the shipping, as it turns out, because usually it's $25 per instrument. But if I can get them all in one large box, then I could definitely save you, you know, maybe down, I don't know, but maybe as low as $15 instead of $25. That might help.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We're all about
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'll try to save some money on the
Okay.
shipping. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Good to meet y'all.
All right. Okay.
Thanks, Alan.
Bye-bye.